Chat, what is up? Big Sleepy, better known as Wade, aka Dreamwalka Wade here, man. I'm gonna let some of everybody join in, and I'm gonna dig into this fire ass quesadilla that I got. A quesadilla, birria tacos. I mean, not tacos. Birria juice, sauce, transmission fluid, as some people like to call it. I just know this shit finna be good, man. Like, if this fucking, what's the name, man? What up, yo? Don't mind me, I'm finna stuff my face. Dreamwalka Wade here. Welcome to the Dreamwalka Wade Show. I'm finna lock in and talk about some cool shit today. This is technically the first official. Last week was really just an introductory to myself. Ooh, look at that. Look at bite my lip at this hoe. I'm gonna move all my food over and shit so I could put the sauce on my plate here. Good. This bitch look good. Chat. It's quesadillas. You know what the birria tacos? This is the man. It's still not even over enough for my liking. Alright, let's see. Oh shit. Good enough. Good enough. What is up, everybody? Big Sleepy, better known as Wade, aka Dreamwalka Wade here. Fold this bitch like that. Dip her in here. What's good, everybody? Tell me about the most recent dream in the chat, y'all. This bitch some life. I'm fried as fuck. Happy 7/10. It's oil day. This is the day where we celebrate concentrates in the cannabis industry. It's gotta be your dabs, your rosin, your live resin, your diamonds. You know, shit of that matter. So go ahead and hit you a dab if you got it. So butane hash oil is how they do a lot of extracts. I want to say that butane hash oil was really what started the wave of the dab day. It was first celebrated in Denver, Colorado in like 2013. I think that was the first time dab day was celebrated, or oil day. And if you didn't know, 7/10 is oil upside down. So that's also why the day is another 420 holiday. It's 7/10. Forgive me. But yeah, man. Pretty smooth. I would love to actually go celebrate in Denver, Colorado. This message is held for review. Let's see what y'all talking about. Review message. Maybe I do always get full. Ain't that what you're supposed to do when you eat? Pause. Don't be on the weird shit. But yeah. Anyways. Today, I think I'm gonna choose a strain today. And recently, I had a strain called Gumbo, which was pretty fire. Most likely not the same as the gumbo on the West Coast. But that bitch hit, I'm not gonna lie. So I usually just come up here and talk about a good amount of the strains that I like. What y'all might like. Drop in the comments what's your favorite strain, and we'll get into it. This bitch good, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. This bitch so good. I'm making a mess in the kingdom. No, I have not seen no Vietnamese butcher video. So if it's something about bro, I see what type of time chat is on today. Y'all, it's some trolls. I ain't fucking with y'all. That's weird. That's weird. Y'all are weird. Anyways. I'm dropping shit. Can't lick my fingers in front of whoever the fuck Skylar German and PSO Oppie is, because they being trolls and weird. Don't you got something better to do? Man, anyways, why do people do that trolling stuff on social media? I never understood that. Good God, that shit was good as hell. I gotta wipe my hands off. I need to go get a napkin. Oh, there's one right here. Anyways, not being a troll. It's a real video, bro. I don't care about that video, bro. I promise you. All I care about is weed, money, and family. That's it. And dreams. Tell me about your dream, man. Don't say no weird shit, at least. I hate to have to put this user in timeout. I'm finna, though. This ain't gotta go down like that, bro. This ain't gotta go down like that. Let's see. On the list of topics today, we have Young Miami Spin That. Now, a lot of people have said that Young Miami is CIA because her recent song Spin That basically gives a bad message to the youth, moreover the black culture. In all reality, that's just the life she living, bro, I guess. As an artist, I feel like you paint a picture. Don't get me wrong, I do feel like a good amount of artists are poisonous to the youth because they start following certain ideals and traits that are detrimental to our group of people. But for the most part, I would say she just painting the picture, bro. She already was popping for being a part of a market that's a little bit more of a explicit market type shit. So it is what it is. Fuck it. It's up to the women to decide if that's really poisonous or not, because I mean the song is obviously geared towards the ladies. But yeah, that's that. Also, yeah, right. I feel like she just a voice of the people, man. For real, for real. That it just there's always gonna be a opinion that makes it seem like such and such is worse than But in all reality, bro, if you making music, you're just a freaking artist, bro. There are plenty of white creators that were insane and did weird and fucked up shit to this world, in this world, to somebody that didn't deserve it or, you know, just was around. So it is what it is, man. Now, it's one thing for motherfuckers to have their own discernment type shit. Obviously, you know, kids are more influenceable type shit. So when we listening to that shit around our kids and they picking up on the message because they around that age to where they finally kind of understand a good amount of stuff, that's another conversation. You feel me? But other than that, it is what it is. Furthermore, though, moreover on that strain I was talking about, that gumbo strain, it is an indica dominant hybrid, so it's gonna put you down. Towards the end, mainly though, the first couple hits of that bitch was straight. I ain't gonna lie, I was up, I was cooling, I was chilling. You hear me? But then I started leaning a little bit, and that bitch started doing me greasy. But that was a good ass strain, I will say that, for the most part. And honestly, if I had to compare gumbo to another strain, maybe a strawberry cough for some reason. Picasso Media says, I don't think she's right, wrong. Like, I do think music influences people a lot. I just don't think that she should be pointed out and demonized for doing something everyone already was doing. I completely agree with you. I really do. Because in all reality, the young boys, who else? Lil Zay Osama and them, you know, like, rappers that we already know is talking that killer shit, talking that murder shit, talking that drugs, you know, all that. They just doing them, bruh. Whether you gravitate towards it or not, that's on you, gang. You feel me? So at the end of the day, bro, niggas just making a bop. When when gypsies and travelers would make their songs about the shit that they went through, they wasn't filtering that shit. And maybe niggas just making a song for people to dance to. But at the end of the day, we all know the mainstream music is a little different from that underground shit. So with that being said, motherfuckers motherfuckers got a lot of different ideas and themes and some more shit. But it is what it is. Furthermore, man, we gonna get into this dream world shit. Obviously, this is the Dreamwalka Wade Show on DiamondCoreTV on YouTube, and we gotta talk about that Dreamwalker shit, man. You already know how that go. For one, you see the big ass dream catcher in the background. My grandmother actually sculpted that piece right there in the middle of the dream catcher. And if I'm not mistaken, she replaced the feathers that was originally on this herself. And I know you can't really see from there, but the string that's the raffle that's actually copper. Um, so yeah, had to keep a cool little Dreamwalker piece in the middle. But yeah, I was posted up the other day, and well, really last night actually, and I was just thinking about a lot of different stuff as far as escaping my fears, as far as just learning something new, man. I kept feeling like I hadn't had a real significant dream in a while. So this one right here really stood out to me, and it taught me another word that happens to come from the same era and like range of spirituality and history facts and shit like that. So boom. Me and my wife, we was at this damn event at a school, right? And we got into an argument, and she left, and I ain't seen her for a good amount of time. Sort of, kinda, it was hours. Sort of, kinda, it was a week. There isn't really no time schedule in dreams for the most part. So the next time I finally see her is at the line outside this club. Now, this line got me fucked up because it was a person, a dude who was an artist, like, doing the usher shit. You feel me? Taking niggas bitches and doing what he want with them. But it was just a line of women. They was all lined up, and they like doing certain things for free tickets type shit. And my lady was in the line when I got pulled up on her in the dream. This is in the dream. Do not forget this is in the dream. But dreams also amplify your fears. So if you have a fear of your lady doing anything like that, it's gonna amplify it. Even if it just crossed your mind for 2 seconds. You ain't even gotta be a person that's pondering on shit like that, but it just crossed your mind for 2 seconds. But yeah, so boom. So she in the line. I'm like, damn, that's how you deal with me? This is where I'm gonna find you at type shit? That's crazy work. Boom. So I get to go on the escape. You feel me? I'm like, man, fuck this. But I'm in my dream world. So I remember, nigga, I got wings and shit. Nigga, I can fly off if I want to. That's what I does. I fly off, boom. And I got stopped on the flight out of the range of where we was type shit. What stopped me was originally a dragon. The dragon was going a different direction. It was kind of going, across the horizon and shit. And then it turned towards me. And as it turned towards me, it slowly turned into a bird. I was like, okay, that's odd. Now, usually when shit shape shift in front of you, that is like a shift in perception in the dream world type shit. So this would be like you looked at something that might have been scary, and then you realized you weren't scared, and then the whole theme of it got softer type shit. In this one, it turned to an owl from a dragon type shit. Now, personally, in real life, you have all reasons to be scared of owls. However, I'm not. I actually love owls, and I want a pet owl. So, boom, it turns into an owl, and then as it's flying closer towards me, it didn't have a face. It was like completely black. You could see the outline of the owl. You know how they usually have the mask and shit, but the face of that bitch was completely black, and it kept getting closer and closer to me. That bitch was huge too. It flew towards me, and then the face turned into a big ass eyeball right in front of me. Big ass fucking eyeball. And previously, me and my wife had been talking about this. I was like, you know, I never intentionally asked an entity in my dream what his name was. So in this instance, that's what I did. I decided to ask what his name was. This motherfucker told me his name was Vina Pie. Now, you're gonna be like, Vina Pie? What the fuck is that? Cute little name, right? No. Vina, from what I looked up, Vina is actually a guitar-like instrument from Indian culture. This shit is over like 2,000 years old, bro. But aside from that, this instrument is used to closely imitate the human voice in music type shit for the Indians, apparently. It's used in a good amount of ceremonial classical music. That's what it is. For Indian classical music, they usually do use a vina. But then also the pie part. Now, the second half of this name, pie, at first I was thinking like peach cobbler. No, nigga. Apply pi, like 3.14 blah 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 digits type shit, which is a universal constant. Pi is never ending, by the way, if you didn't know that. um but also it's the number for a perfect sphere or a perfect circle. It just keeps going over and over. And ironically, Vina and pi, the mathematical equation, comes from the same time period in history. This is the Babylonian era and the ancient Egyptian era. Now, in my dream world, I'm already kind of tapped into the ancient Egyptian side and the Babylonian side slash Mesopotamia, because the character that I see myself as, once I put that shit into ChatGPT and asked my questions and shit, it came up with something that was a part of the Anunnaki named Inky, and it just set right with me. You feel me? So moving forward, I kind of took that on as a personality type shit. Um, Basically, Inky is one of the Anunnaki guys, and he has a brother named Enlil. Inky is the one that wanted to save humans after he genetically modified them, and Enlil wanted to take these motherfuckers out. Type shit. But furthermore, after the Vina Pie was established, after I asked the big ass eyeball what his name was, it turned into a fucking, like a digital computer screen. Like, I don't know if you remember the old ass computer screens, the fat ass ones that had the like the coding screen and shit. Something like you would see on the Matrix and some more shit. It was something like that. Um, the number pi, the equation for pi and shit like that, is actually used in a lot of computer shit. You know what I mean? So it made sense, you know. And then my brain doing its own correlation pattern and whatnot definitely turned that into an image in my dream world, and that's where I think that part of the dream really came from for the most part. But it was pretty interesting because once I woke up, I definitely, you know, deep dive into it. And this is the second time that I came across something that comes from the ancient Indian world. Um, the first time was a word called Visana or Vasana, and Papa Legba, or who I deem Papa Legba in my dream world, was the person that told me that word, which ironically also came from the Indians, the Sanskrit language, if I'm not mistaken, well, Hindu type shit. And I found a lot of that happening in my dreams, bro. I wake up and I go and search this shit, and it's a real thing, you know. And I don't, when I'm awake, bro, I ain't gonna lie, I don't really like, I don't do too much on other cultures because I claim as African American, you know, type shit. But when I do look into other cultures, it's really because there's a lot of places in the world that had Africans originally. There's a lot of places that have to do with the knowledge that we have on alchemy, spirituality, etc. type shit, and they all contribute in their own relevant way. But furthermore from that, this dream really fucked my head up a little bit because I'm just more so like, what if in my past life I came from that era, that time period, you know, reincarnated over and over. If you didn't know, none of your cells are only yours. Um, every cell in your body comes from a previous living being, aka the reason you sit inside of your mama's womb before you're born as an egg, or halfway in your mama's womb and halfway in your daddy nuts type shit. So yeah, just some cool shit, you feel me? But aside from that though, anyone that joins in, man, I really want to hear what y'all might think about that. But if you don't have to say anything about that, tell me about a dream that you remember that really stood out to you, and you feel like had some type of deep meaning to you, you know? Because I'm a dream walker, man. I want to hear that shit. I like dream interpretations. I like deep diving into it with people to help understand. I ask my questions, bro. Like, really. I would love to interview somebody when it comes to that dream shit. Because in all reality, bro, I feel like dreams are like the key. I feel like the unconscious mind is definitely a little bit more conscious, you know? It is the original AI. You know, think about it. When you close your eyes and you think about a specific thing, you usually can see it in your mind type shit. And that's because you took in prompts or, you know, like data, so to say. You've seen this shit 20 times in your life or more, and now you can remake a full model in your head just off of thought purpose type shit. And you do the same thing when you're dreaming most of the time, but your habits in this awake world also transfer over to your dream world. So being that I had told my wife that I would like to ask something what its name is in my dream world. I literally said this shit a couple days ago, and I asked something for the first time in my dream world ever what its name was last night type shit. So definitely practice a little bit more on being present, you know. I will tell you, if you want some advice on how to dream better, observe shit and describe it. Look outside, look at the trees, describe what it looked like to you, whether it's got skinny, long leaves, thick ass bark, it's got a hole in the middle of that bitch, it's got squirrels running around it, maybe a snake is on one branch or some shit like that. Like, it'll definitely help you as far as getting into your dream world more. A lot of people say that they don't be dreaming, and I think that's fucking outrageous. But yeah, it's 8:27. I ain't really got too much more as far as topics that I would like to touch on. However, I would like to have good conversation with whoever is in the comments. Let me know some. If you have any topic that we should talk about here or the next time, just let me know. Shit. Because I am open to all inquiries. Oh, my damn back is killing me. I'm on this damn spinach here, spinning away. Tats look good. I just got a smooth retwist. I'm posting up, man. How was y'all day? Let me know some, chat. And also, you should get on that Dreamwalka shit. There are a lot of new technologies that are coming out that are basically trying to bring the dream world forward. The main ones being ultrasonic transducer technology that people wrap around their head, and it pretty much it reads and modulates energies, because your brain is also a frequency that does certain things when you think about what you think about, and you can usually read it and induce lucid states whenever you use ultrasonic transducers and sensors, which is crazy, but it's cool. You feel me? We have a lot of different states of the human body that a lot of motherfuckers don't know about and don't deep dive into. And they'll tell you it's hippie shit, but then you'll go on Harvard Files and you'll go on Ivy League schools and shit like that and read up on it, and whole time the hippies wasn't lying. They was actually right. My favorite one is when they call niggas tree huggers. And then they found out that like touching trees actually does help transfer electromagnetic signals to your own body. You know, and that just makes it more obvious that a lot of hippies were either scientists or just people that their family passed down some rich history and knowledge type shit. I don't know. I'm just fucking yapping right now, bro. I'm fried. I done had me some goddamn quesadillas. You feel me? I'm, I'm I'm good, bro. I'm good. My lights look good. I look good in the lights. My wife in the kitchen eating her food. She probably looking great right now. She all pregnant and shit. We 16 weeks as of last Sunday. So yeah, life's good, man. I ain't got the full setup for the Dreamwalka Wade show yet, but it's coming soon. Trust me, it's coming soon, bro. I will be at MJ BizCon in December 1st through the 4th. I might throw a party that weekend as well. Stay tuned, man. It's gonna be a dope vibe. I ain't gonna lie. I'm super excited for that shit. But yeah, hey, since we ain't got too much to talk about, it ain't really no prompts and shit going on. No comments, questions, concerns. I might end this shit early today. Call it a day. I'm tight fried. Oh, you heard it, Big Sleepy. Oh, shit. I got narcolepsy, by the way, y'all, if y'all didn't know that. It is type 1 narcolepsy, which is narcolepsy with cataplexy. I fall asleep based on a lot of different triggers. Sometimes sunlight is a trigger. Emotion can be a trigger. Emotions in general can be a trigger. Um, uh, Exhaustion, like, doing a lot of walking around. Um, it's just a lot of fucking triggers, man. Narcolepsy is actually, ironically, one of the most tedious disorders that you can have. But mine is not as bad as other people's. I've seen people fall asleep from everything, like literally. But my triggers are usually sunlight, um, overstimulation, shit, trying to focus on some shit, that shit like that. Like I got some triggers that are pretty much general, like all around things that you low key have to do. But cataplexy is like it's like an add-on to type 1 narcolepsy, and what it does is it kind of makes your muscles and shit kind of limp whenever you're waking back up from an episode. Um, and that does happen to me a lot. Pretty annoying, but I have grown to deal with it type shit. But at the same time, it keeps me from doing regular human being shit. Or not regular human being shit, regular American shit. Just because of the strain that shit puts on my body and whatnot. So I'm working around it with the Dreamwalka Wade Show. I'm working around it with me being an artist, with me doing photography, videography, creative direction, hosting. It's just an all-around solution to a lot of my issues as far as income, etc. But yeah, man. I'm Big Sleepy, better known as Wade, aka Dreamwalka Wade. This is the Dreamwalka Wade Show. This actually is the conclusion of my show. Shout out to you. Shout out to your partners, your family, and all that. Shout out to my partners, the 4-6 guys. Shout out to anybody that's a stoner. If you fuck with the shrooms, if you fuck with, all that, bro. Just not no hard shit that's gonna really make your teeth fall out or no shit like that. But yeah. Alright, y'all. I'll see y'all another day. Dreamwalka Wade, man.